Hello and welcome to You and I Builder Live. Today, I am here with Maria Gabriela Oches Perez Wechter to learn about what Xanadu has new for You and I Builder. I am Sharon Barnes, so I have been a ServiceNow developer for about 4 years now, looking to learn a little more about what You and I Builder is capable of with the newest releases. And on that note, Maria Gabriella, what have we got going?
I love it so much. Thank you for the intro, Sharon. Hi, everybody. My name is Maria Gabriela. I'm an outbound product manager working on UI Builder and UI Builder related accessories. Sharon took over the intro because I forgot to drink caffeine today, so I am about to fall asleep. But like Sharon said, we are going to be talking about Xanadu Store Release 2. And I'm going to do something that we've never done before on this show, I think. And I'm going to show a PowerPoint slide. I
No,
know.
for
Ew.
reals?
PowerPoints. There it is. And see, we're not gonna do it the right way. We're gonna stay in this view that I know annoys a lot of people.
You are doing this just to get on my last nerve. Okay, cool.
Yep, that's exactly it. So, Xanadu Store Release 2, the first thing I want to talk about is remember, UI Builder is now a store application. So, if you don't see the stuff that we're going to show, go to, well, number one, you need to make sure that you are on Xanadu Patch 3. And then number two, you need to go to the plugin application manager, search up UI Builder, and go to the updates tab and grab the latest update for Xanadu. We're going to be showing off a couple of different features here. If you want a more rehearsed demo that you might want to share with other people and you don't want to share this silly little episode, we also did a creator toolbox on Tuesday on the same channel that you can pick up and check out and send it out. I think we're going to be a lot more low key today on this episode and a lot less rehearsed. So feel free to throw any questions you have in the chat and we'll probably take a look at them as well. And I don't anticipate we're going to take the entire hour, but we're basically going to just explore these features and see what we can make in the program. The first feature is going to be our builder assistant. Now, this is going to go places and I'm super excited for it. In our first iteration, it's going to basically tell you what basic configuration changes still need to be made or any errors that are happening in the page in terms of, for example, a button not being configured yet. It also checks accessibility issues right now, which is something else that our customers have been asking for. And I'll show you guys that when we get into the instance. This is going to be the cool one for this release, which is Streamlined Events Creation. And right now, I think events is one of the hardest part about learning UI Builder. And it really streamlines it and makes it a lot easier to use as of Xanadu Patch 3, Store Release 2. Next, we have a really cool new collaboration tooling inside of UI Builder, and it starts with user presence. Now you're able to, thanks, Paige. Now you're able to see whether another person is working on the same page. My favorite, like honestly, my favorite story to tell is I don't even know how long ago. It was like, and I don't even know if you were on the show. It was a lady coding happy hour where we took over live coding happy hour. And I know it was me and Ashley for sure. Because Ashley was showing off building something in UI Builder. And I went in behind the scenes into the same instance and I started messing around with the same page. And then Ashley goes to save and refresh and all her work is gone. And we were like, what's going on? It's because if you're on the same page, you're going to override each other's stuff if you hit save. But now there's actually a literal pop-up that says, hey, somebody else saved the page. You might want to refresh. So we'll demo that here shortly. And then the big AI feature for this release is our new UI generation. Basically, it helps you jumpstart experiences in UI Builder, and it gets you going quicker. So we're going to quickly take a look at that. A couple of notes, though, for UI generation. You need to make sure you're licensed. And if you have any licensing questions, don't ask me. Ask your account rep, please. At one time at a snug, I was like, anybody have licensing questions? And a couple of people raised their hand. I'm like, okay, cool. Ask your account team.
I mean, that is the right answer.
Because I don't know.
Yes.
Next, you need to make sure that the specific experience generation skill is turned on. And you also need the appropriate role for your user, which is Now Assist Creator. And once you have all of that, once you hit the UI Builder landing page, you'll see this little banner saying build an experience now with AI. And you can click get started. If it says learn more, there is something missing and you need to go back to start and figure it out. You can access. Yeah, no, ask. The way that I know is because I spent an entire day troubleshooting it.
So
wondering where I went wrong.
You're not ready to use it yet. Get started is when you start building. Cool.
Exactly. And the prompt will show up if you click down here under Experience Create, under Get Started, or you can even click Create up here, and it'll show up. Do we want to do an AI generated experience or do we want to continue manually? We're going to go in and do the AI generated experience. Now, this kind of gets like, I don't know, with Gen AI, I'm always over here like, what is the right way to prompt it to get the thing that I want? And like, I know Earl has done some like black magic asking the AI to make its own prompt type stuff. And there's also the prompt library that he created. But if you click here, try an example, you're going to be able to take a look and see what different pre-seeded prompts we suggest you give a shot. Now, I have a favorite one, and it's this one because it's got a whole bunch of different options to kind of give you a feel for what you're looking to provide. So I'm going to go ahead and click Generate Preview. Now, a big question is in terms of how many assists this use. And for those of you who are not familiar with it, an assist is kind of like they're not going to like me saying this. It's kind of like the monopoly money currency of AI in terms of ServiceNow. So like one assist costs X amount of money that I don't know. But our AI transacts and assists. So right now we haven't been charged yet. There has been no assist consumed, and it won't consume it until you hit save and edit experience. So we can sit here looking at the result and refining as much as we want.
So we can generate a whole bunch of like prototypes. And
exactly.
That's very useful.
Exactly. So we can go in here and change table to problem, chart type to bar, problems by priority and group by priority, regenerate preview, and we still haven't been charged. On this neat little side panel, we can see, oops, I forgot to rename to problem management.
That makes sense.
I'm glad they're not charging me per button press. That would be sad. So we've got problem management. Our navigation is tabs. We've got our 3 landing pages. And this is generated from the most common experience needs that our customers have. So you got the landing page, the filtered list, and the simple record to start with. And we've got the problem table down here, and it kind of gives us a preview into what the records we're looking at are going to be. I am going to hit undo here a couple of times to go back to the incident management one. I like that there's an undo button. It makes it so much easier. And we're going to hit save and edit experience.
Undo button yet. That's very cool.
Yeah, no. my favorite, I really appreciate them putting in the undo feature into UI Builder.
I'm going to
I
ask a
don't
really
know,
weird
girl.
question as a developer, though. Could I like do the generate thing, take a picture of what it's going to do, and then do a generate on a different thing and take a picture of that and like show it to a stakeholder for, are these the things you want? Just sort of to help clarify the story building of requirements. Is this what you're asking for type of things? I don't know. That just is an interesting way to think of it as a pre-work so that you build closer to what you're looking for in the end.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea. And I'm sure as long as you keep your prompt and what you asked for, I think that'll be the key to being able to replicate it later.
Yeah.
So here you've got a cute little AI tag. Then you've got the Aras is asking a question. What's the limit for generations? The limit, I think, is your wallet. How much you're wanting to pay for your assists, I guess. So here we have the and thank you to our intern who posted information about the assists and how many our different skills consume. Thank you. So we're gonna get into the home landing page. And really a big part of this entire thing is it's not to build super complex pages that you're not going to be able to figure out how to use. It's to build pages that you can build on top of. So we don't have like a million different client state parameters here to make stuff confusing. We try to have the AI generate these in the most straightforward way possible so you can build on top of, and you don't have to spend a whole bunch of time trying to troubleshoot and figure out what's going on with it. So for example, these presentational lists, just like in any other page configuration, it's being controlled by the list controller, which we've got under data resources here. So if we wanted to change, for example, information from this list or information in the incidents, information in the incidents bar, we would do it from the list controller. Let me pull something up here on the other screen while that loads.
While you're pulling that up, what I'm hearing you talk about is this sounds like an accelerator. It sounds like something that's going to get you sort of those basic building blocks in place to get to where you can do the more complex items you're on your own later on. Is that sort of the accurate way of looking at this, as that somebody who's doing all the easy stuff at the beginning? Well, it's UI Builder. It's not exactly easy, but less complex, so that you can really
Exactly.
get into the meaty stuff later.
Exactly. It's meant to really help you. It's really meant to help you get started faster. And be a good launching pad from which you start. So I am going to go in here and I'm going to change this to a column.
Yay, columns.
There it is. I'm going to add the stylized text here, and I'm going to add a button here. And I am going to really quickly do a couple of other things on this other place so that way you guys can see.
Ooh.
Check it out, you guys. Fred Luddy's programming with us.
That is awesome.
So let me do something here.
So this is a place where we can tell he's on the same page with us and potentially making edits. So this helps with collaboration, right?
Yep, and check it out. Not only does it
Ooh.
warn us
Mm-hmm.
and tells us we should reload before editing. If I try hitting save, it'll even
Oh.
tell us, hey, Fred Luddy came in and made some changes. Are you sure you want to overwrite them? And I am sure.
Yeah, I mean, your work is going to be better on this.
Wait a minute. What's really funny is that on my other screen, it now says Ralph Ralphinson has updated this page variant. You're working on an outdated page variant. Reload before editing. So I wonder if you could have like you remember that one scene
Or
from yes, that one scene from Sleeping Beauty where the two fairy godmothers are changing the dress color.
yes, yes, you can.
No, it's blue. No, it's pink.
No, it's blue. No, it's pink. Now it's tie-dyed.
Oh, exactly, Earl. See,
Oh, I love it.
I would get into that kind of a petty fight over a UI builder page. So I just wanted to show that off. And here we've got a little X telling us that there's issues on this variant. And here's a great example of buttons need at least one event to function when clicked. You can add an event on the events pane for this button. So it tells us, oh, hey, there's this many errors on the page. Here's the component that you need to address. And I am sure if we change the component label to say pink, will that? Oh, it does.
Yeah,
It's the component label. Nice. So we've got
that's
the pink
awesome.
button. I'm going to change a couple of things here.
So that's an example of what? The builder assistant? Where
Yes,
it's
that is
able to
Builder
detect
Assist.
issues. Now, I got a weird question. Will it detect issues on a non-newly generated pages?
That's actually a great question. And I'm pretty sure it should. Yes.
Ooh. So that could help with troubleshooting some of those odd things that we sometimes have to work through. I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like I go code blind and I'm looking at something and doesn't matter how much longer I look at it, I just get more frustrated and sometimes you need that second set of eyes. But working remote, you don't always have somebody who can pop in and take a look at it. So this is your assistant to help. Nice.
100%. And it's going to get better and better with future releases. We have a lot of stuff planned for it. I think right now the main things that it's going to catch could be like event configuration issues and accessibility issues. But we do have plans for it to be a lot more powerful in the future, which I can't go too into detail because hashtag safe harbor. So we're going to add a handler to our button, and this is the new event.
Forward-looking statements. These statements are intended to be covered.
That's not you. That's Earl trolling us. Don't worry. I saw you going like, wait, what just turned on?
Yes, I was checking all of my tabs.
So here, let's see what all of this. Oh, cool. These are filters for the handlers.
Oh, nice. That will
Neat.
help. So
Neat.
let's take a look at some of those.
List
Most
controller.
used, overlays. I like it.
That's neat. So here we're able to select what our buttons do. Now, I wonder, I kind of want to show you guys what it looked like before. Earl, can you hide my screen real quick? Not just showing my face. So rude.
You are the star.
You did the intro. Should be your face.
Oh, well.
So let's see. I will take this time to shill and tell you guys about this awesome we're going to do something different than what we normally do, and we're going to release a new video as a live premiere on this channel, created by one of our team members on the UI Builder team, Chris Johnson. He's had this internal like UI Builder 101 video that all of our internal resources have gotten to watch for ages now, and it's great for learning, but we never had an external version of it, and he has created it. So now the UI Builder 101, everything you might ever need to know about UI Builder video is going to go live at yeah, that's the that's the thumbnail. It's going to go live on Thursday the 21st. Next Thursday. Oh, it's in a week.
That's so soon and so far away.
We're going to make it a live premiere, so it'll be kind of like a show, but he won't be live. It's pre-recorded, but we will be in the chat answering questions and letting you guys know what's posting links and stuff like that, and answering any questions that you guys might have. So it's a great opportunity to come in, learn a whole bunch about UI Builder, and then go read like the 7 companion articles that I'm going to be publishing about the video. And that again is on the 21st, and it should be on this channel as soon as we upload the video. And that's going to be exciting. What I was going to show you guys first is there's a banner now that says that I need to upgrade to the latest version of UI Builder. This is on my typical demo instance where I haven't updated yet. And it tells you, hey, you should go to the store to see the new features. What I wanted to show you guys was, I'm just opening up a random page on my Xanadu Store Release 1 version.
Okay. I do like that it gives us the information there's an update available.
Agreed. It's really, really awesome. So when we were configuring events before and now, let me add a button so we have the exact same view here. There you go, friend. You got this. So I'm going to add a button, and here under events, well, right now it's trying to use a controller, which I don't want to do that. I'm going to configure it manually. And here's what it looked like before. We basically just had a list of every event handler that was accessible on the page, and it can get really confusing. And then let's say I want to do link to destination. It will give me the options for the event payload right here. Let's compare that with the experience now. We're going to go here, and we've got the add handler. And now we've got a filtered and grouped list of all of the events. And I can even filter using this. And this is the same one. I want to add no, link to destination is what I wanted to do. Here we go. And something else I wanted to point out is that we're still pretty early in development of this, and you can see that not every event has a description or information about it. We're going to be adding more and more information as we develop this feature in the future. So keep an eye out for the changes that we're going to be making there. But right now you can see link to destination. It has a little help text below it. And it's going to kind of tell me how to configure it here. And I've got both a new kind of fast mode, and I've got advanced mode, which is basically what it looked like before. So here, I want it to link to a current page in my experience. I want it to link to the list page, and it lets me put in more information if I want. And it lets me select whether I wanted to open a new tab, which is something that was a little bit more difficult before. And it's got the similar advanced information here. And your trigger criteria here, instead of being under advanced, it says when to trigger. So it's got its own section now. And then we're going to hit add, and it's done. So now when we click on it, we're able to see our configuration, and our little builder assistant went away since we no longer have a build issue. We've got our configuration, and you can see it'll come back once I delete it.
Nice.
I
like how much more guided that experience was. Like, it walked you through what you actually need to do. Which, I mean, if you already know everything about UIB, probably don't need. But when you're getting started, having a little bit of a guide helps.
No, exactly. And even then, it really removes a lot of the confusion as to what the different event handlers do. The team is really working hard to parse a whole bunch of customer feedback. And speaking of customer feedback, you should participate in our research opportunity. Jokes aside, we got a lot of feedback, and we have been getting a lot of feedback on how usable UI Builder is in its current state. And we're working more and more to make it better and better. So if you want to contribute to the feedback and you want to have your voice heard, check out this survey. Earl is going to post it in the chat once I send it his way. There it is, Earl. And it should also be in the description once the video's up. But check it out, fill it out, let us know how we can make UI Builder better. And who knows, maybe I'll be covering your new feature here later. One of the coolest things that I got to do as an MVP that I talk about all the time is this instance tools bar. I think it was Brad and Earl back then were the developer advocates, and they got a bunch of MVPs to give feedback to the inbound product managers for Next Experience. And we got to give feedback on how this menu was built. And it was super cool to see changes that you asked for make it into the tool. And that's something that you can also help provide feedback for without needing to be an MVP through the survey. I know a lot of people have their eyes on the survey right now, and it's a very hot topic of conversation. So make sure to fill it out and let us know your thoughts. Other than that, I think that's everything I wanted to demo today. So I'm going to cover a couple of some more things that we've received feedback for is needing to centralize and show our training resources, kind of bring them forward more. So I'm going to take this time to tell you guys about our training resources. What are you giggling at, Sharon?
I'm over here trying to click the button to expand your PowerPoint.
Too bad. So I wanted to highlight that there's a bunch of training on Now Learning, just like our UI Builder fundamentals. We are also working on a UI Builder Advanced course that will probably be coming later. I don't know exactly when. I don't want to say, but we're working to fill it with as much content as we can. We've also got the Next Experience Workshops site. A lot of people ask, where do I get started with UI Builder? And the answer is, number one, take UI Builder fundamentals. Number two, go do these labs, these top 3 labs in this order from this site, and you'll be golden. You'll be good to go learning how to configure workspaces using UI Builder and then building your killer single page app with the UI Builder. Then if you want further challenge, you can do the Build Along Month initiative on the same site. It'll just be up here on the menu, where I basically, with the help of awesome community members, created a bunch of stories and basically give you a project to work on in UI Builder. You should totally check it out in the accompanying videos where we walk through the same stories as well. As usual, we have awesome community resources like our Center of Excellence, and we've got the community forums for you to ask questions. Specifically for Service Operations Workspace, they just released some awesome Lunch and Learn series that you should totally check out. Excuse me. SOW is one of the more different to configure workspaces out there, and we've made a lot of changes to it as of late as well. So I would strongly encourage you to check this out. There's like 6 hours worth of content just in those Lunch and Learn videos. It's super awesome. And then video resources, UI Builder Live playlist is what you're watching right now. Check out the rest of the playlist for a bunch of fun stuff. The Next Experience Academy, we're going to be having a History of UI Builder Academy next week on the 20th. The Next Experience Academy is on the 3rd Wednesday of every month at 11 a.m. Eastern. And we're going to be having the UI Builder history, where Chris Johnson, the same guy from the thumbnail that was going like, he will tell us all about UI Builder's history. I'm kind of excited to see old ServiceNow lore drop. I like that kind of stuff though. And then that will lead us into the release of the UI Builder 101 video. Actually, hey, we just did that. Checkbox done. Yeah, UI Builder 101. It's kind of a little mini series of stuff for Xanadu Store Release 2. And I think that's it for my slides. How formal. Such wow. Awesome. Let's see. I don't think there's any questions in the chat. Do you want to close out the show, Sharon?
Sure. But first, I do want to give a plug to all of the ladies out there. Please join us at the Women in Tech community page. It's through ServiceNow Community. I'm one of the leaders of the organization, and it is the place I have found my best friends in the ecosystem. But it's a place where you as a developer can really connect and get to know and ask the questions we all want to ask. Thank you. With that said, thank you all for joining us to find out what was new, what is exciting in Xanadu, newest store release. I hope you have fun playing with these new features, learning how they work, using them, and give us feedback. Well, actually,
what just happened? Earl, was that you?
Her connection just died. I didn't do it. I didn't do that. I didn't.
Okay, well, everybody, thank you so much for joining. I think there's echo.
My cat might have unplugged my camera.
Okay, well, please continue, Sharon, where you left off from.
What was the last thing I said?
I wasn't paying attention.
Have fun using UI Builder in Xanadu, learn what those features are, provide feedback through the survey, and build amazing things. That is what ServiceNow is here for.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Everybody, have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, we're not on mute during this, Sharon.